Good day, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for the Mahrlights presentation. This is about our Mahrlights guide and promotion for our best-selling products. I want to thank you again for joining us. With me today is George Schutz, who is the Director for Precision Gages, and my name is Dave McKenzie. I am the Director of Sales. There is our contact information if you would like to have it. And you can also count on us for receiving an email after the webinar is completed with our contact information in it. So we're going to discuss today the main points of the webinar. First off, Mahr, being your partner in industrial metrology, will explain to you a little bit about that. Also, we'll talk about a little more about what Mahrlights promotion is. Then we will, I'll switch gears here, and George will take over with the portion of the presentation that has to do with talking about the products themselves and why they should be important to you. And we'll wrap up again with some concepts about why you would choose Mahr for your industrial metrology requirements. Most of you are familiar with Mahr. In case you're not, over 150 years of experience in manufacturing of dimensional metrology equipment. So we have everything from a simple handheld gauge to technically advanced measurement systems for form, contour, surface, finish, shaft, gear, precision optics metrology. But basically, we occupy the space in industrial metrology. Everything outside of the coordinate space, you will find a solution available from Mahr. We also manufacture custom design gauges. We build those in various locations around the world, including our factory in Providence, Rhode Island. We have a very broad competence and technical resources to answer your questions about metrology requirements that you have. We're extremely proud of our calibration laboratories, and their accreditations are listed on this text, and we'd be glad to talk to you further about those as a separate matter if you're interested in our calibration services for gauge blocks and masters of various kinds. So we know about metrology. We're glad you took a few minutes to join us today, and we'll move on to the next slide, please. So what is Mahrlights? Mahrlights is basically a semi-annual product promotion that we run. We're not necessarily about just talking about products. We like to talk about applications, but for the purposes of the webinar today, we'll probably talk a little bit more about products and hope to have individual discussions with any of you about the requirements where those products might fit. We have selected some best-selling products. They're in the document. We will discuss those with you. These include newly introduced products that we feel are technically different and provide you some unique advantages over some products of a similar kind that are offered by our competitors. And of course, we have promotional pricing available on these products, and they're really great values now, particularly with the lower prices. And the Mahrlights products that we're discussing are running, those prices are running through June 30th. So we'll look forward to having the opportunity to discuss those with you further.
Thanks, Dave. This is George Schutz, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the products in the Mahrlights promotion. Rather than go through the promotion page by page, what I've done is broken the promotion into 6 groups, and we'll talk about each one of those individually, because I think once you see some of the unique things that we have here, you'll find out that it's a very good promotion. So let's talk about our hand tools, and especially our wireless products. Mahr offers a full suite of hand tools in terms of digital calipers, depth gauges, digital indicators, and digital micrometers. And as you see them, they're really modern looking. They've been recently updated, and they really look like they're a product from 2020. They're high quality and meant to be used out on the shop floor. The prices are at or lower than all the major competitors, especially for some of the features that they can provide. We're the leader in low cost and transparent wireless data transfer, and Mahr was the first one to integrate wireless technology in their digital indicators, and now that is spread throughout the whole product line. And since we're a low-cost leader, we have the lowest cost receiver, and we offer free Marcom wireless integration software. So it really makes it a low-cost, transparent way for your people to start collecting data. So what's the whole idea of wireless devices? Well, it adds more measuring convenience. We were the first one to introduce that, as I said, and it gives us lots of great advantages in terms of getting rid of the clutter of cables, has a single battery life, so you're not trying to switch two batteries with some add-on module. There's no expensive modules to add on, and there's no expensive receiver to have. Really, the data collection is transparent to the operator. Well, I just screwed through here for a minute. I just wanted to talk about this whole product family that we have. It's really a complete hand tool line. There's 128 products, with 67 of them having the integrated wireless technology built into them. So it's a full suite of products, and it's not just a couple anymore. It's all calipers, depth gauges, digital indicators, and digital micrometers. And we haven't stopped introducing new products. As recently as last September, we've kept increasing by adding new depth gauges, adding new micrometers, all with more features for more applications. So today we have 40 standard calipers with 8 integrated wireless. We also have 28 specialty calipers, and you'll see that at $111 with our basic caliper, that's pretty cost competitive against any of the brand name digital calipers out there. And it's important to notice that for about $100 more, you have a wireless caliper which has the data transfer integrated into it, and with no add-on module and so forth. So that's what you pay for. You pay for the caliper and the integrated wireless. The same thing goes through the whole product family. Full line of digital calipers, 4 of them or 10 of them all together with integrated wireless. We have full-featured digital indicators with digital plus digital analog displays. So there's 24 digital indicators, 9 of them with wireless. We've recently introduced a high-resolution digital indicator that resolves down to 10 millionths of an inch. And you combine that with some of our other length products, you can get some very high performance right by the machine tool. And then finally, we have our brand new digital micrometer line, which has been out for about 2 years now. 28 products, 8 with integration. We have mic kits. We have 8 speed feed micrometers with 4 having integrated wireless technology. So again, a full line of products that make data collection wirelessly very easy and inexpensive. So why is Mahr so good at integrated wireless products? Well, I think it continues to be the fastest growth area for customers as they continue to realize the importance of data collection. And you can use data collection for a lot of different things. For documentation of the measurements, you can use that information for process control, for process improvement, and for gauge tracking. You can monitor how the gauge is performing over time. And Mahr is adding a new serial number identification feature with bidirectional communication for gauge setup, which now allows you to not only record the measured value, but also record the gauge that was measured with. So now for critical operations where you want to make sure everything is calibrated, you have the right data, we can give you both the gauge number and the measurement with the string of data. So again, it's because there's no add-on modules, it's transparent to the operator, it becomes part of the normal measuring routine, and because it's a single battery within the system, you don't have to worry about changing 2 batteries. So it's much lower cost and much more efficient than some of the other competition with their add-on products. So this is the what a typical competitive type product might look like. There's different versions of add-on modules, but all the add-on modules tend to cost more than the instrument itself. So basically you're doubling the price of every instrument when you do an add-on module. Plus you have to buy an expensive and costly receiver with proprietary software, and that becomes another investment which you have to make. Now, I was looking at a competitive promo from a catalog house recently, and they're offering a chance to win a free wireless kit for a competitive product. And you can see that that kit was valued at $1,000. So just between the add-on module, the receiver, and the proprietary software, and I don't even know if that has a caliper or a product in it, we're up to $1,000. Or just a few minutes ago, we mentioned that a wireless caliper from Mahr is $210. You add a receiver, and for just basically about $300 and a free Mahrcom software, you're ready to go. But of course, the receiver is good for more than one caliper. So basically, with our system, you can get 4 calipers, the receiver, the software, just for about $939. Great value, easy for the operator to use. Another important product for Mahr is our portable surface line, and it's again one of our best-selling products, so it's good to put it into our promotion. The first product is the PS10 and the PS10C2, which is a traverse drive unit. These are skidded measuring systems for roughness. They're simple to operate. What's great about the PS10 is that it almost operates like a touchscreen phone, like an iPad or an iPhone. So it becomes very easy for the operator to use, has a rotating display, it's touch screen. So basically, machinists out there go to school for years to become a machinist. But more and more times they're being asked to become a metrologist or a quality technician to measure parts. Well, by putting a PS10 into a hand of a machinist, because of its easy to use, they become a very good surface quality technician, and it again becomes part of their measuring routine. With a PS10, you can get 31 roughness parameters, often features that are found in laboratory grade devices, but we're putting that into the hands of a quality technician. It has a removable stylus, which you can put into a stand, put into special fixtures, which increases the measurement applications. It has data output if you want to collect the data. All the measurements are stored on the system in a PDF format. So basically, the PS10 looks like a stick or a memory stick to a computer. So you can just plug it in, and now you have PDF charts and data for all the measurements you've taken. And there's no software required for that. It just works like a regular USB stick. It comes with a rechargeable battery, getting 1,200 measurements per charge. And we also have, like I said, a PS10C2, which has the traverse drive for OD measurements on things like crankshaft diameters and so forth. So lots of versatility with the PS10. It's been a very successful product for us. We're also offering in this promotion the M400 for those skidless measurement applications where you want to measure roughness or waviness or profiling parameters. A very powerful tool in the M400. It has a unique breakaway probe design. Probes are pretty expensive. They're very sensitive. Again, trying to make a machinist become a surface quality technician is sometimes a challenge, and it's very difficult to position the probe and get it on the part and so forth. But with the breakaway probe design, it becomes a lot simpler. If an accident happens, the probe just falls off, you can put it back on and reposition the probe. This has the M400 has a wireless or wired or wireless connection between the drive and the drive unit via Bluetooth. So it increases versatility. The user can take the drive unit, put it into a machine on the part while it's still chucked in place and get a surface finish measurement. We also include within the drive a motorized positioning stroke so that, again, the operator doesn't necessarily have to put the probe right onto the part. He can put it close, and then the drive will automatically come down to the part. When it senses it's touched the part, it'll begin its measurement. So it's a very powerful, easy to use system for the operator, and in the promotion, it makes just having more value for the customer to use. We have some mechanical indicators and gauges in the promotion. The first one is our dial comparators. I think this is an overlooked product. One of the issues sometimes people have with dial indicators is the users forget to count the number of revolutions that a dial indicator might go through, even though we might even have a rev counter on that. While with a dial comparator, it has a very limited range, high resolution, and the indicator hand does not continuously go around. So it's either on scale or it's off scale. No chance of over revving the indicator and making bad data measurement decisions. So it eliminates the rev counter errors. You can get resolutions up to 20 microinches, and it has the Mahr low friction guide bearings in it, which improves repeatability and very low hysteresis. Also in the promotion is some indicator stands for the dial comparators or indicators, or for the PS10 drive and so forth. Magnetic ones for machine versatility. They're robust. We even have bench stands with sensors so that you can use them to mount shafts to do runouts and so forth. Lots of different applications for our stands. Also doing some classic Mahr dial indicators, AGD standard ones. We have over 100 years of dial indicator experience, so we have lots of stock products, but again, we can configure dial indicators for virtually any application. All meant to be used on the shop floor. They're robust and precise. And we also throw into the promotion our 844A, our self-centering bore gauges. This is a tri-bore gauge for 3-point measurement. If you have an odd number of lobes of a form in your part, this is the gauge to use for that. It comes with a single master for long measuring range, which means it has long stroke, so you don't have to have a master for every specific size. You can have one master, and as long as you're within the measuring range, you can make precise measurements. And then you have your choice of dial or digital indicators to be paired with the gauge and provide easy diameter readouts for your application. Let's take a look at some of our height gauges in the promotion. The 814SR is our scribing height gauge, introduced a few years ago at a very attractive price point. We haven't changed the design, it's the same quality, but new special price for this promotion, and it's really an attractive price, providing lots of value. This comes in 14 and 24-inch models, and it has Mahr Connect capabilities so that you can collect the information as you're making your measurements on your surface plate. We're also offering our full feature and very powerful 817 CLM height gauge. It's probably the easiest one to use out there. It's fully motorized, which means it doesn't take any operator influence to make the measurement. Once the measurement is started, it'll come down or go up and touch the part, make the measurement, and retract. And to make it even easier for the operator, it has 3 modes of measurement for them. You know, we have some nice, simple to use icons on the keypad. One of the, which, you know, you push the down measurement and it makes a downward measurement. We also have a quick mode, and basically what you do in the quick mode is just start dragging the head towards the surface you want to measure, release it, and then the head will continue to go down or go up, touch the part, and make the measurement. So you can make measurements without touching any key pads on the unit. And we also have the ability to put keypads on the use on the base of the unit, you know, right where the handles are to make a measurement. So you can slide the gauge over. It has an air bearing, so it moves very easily. And once it's in position, you can press the keypad button down by the handle to make the measurement there. So not a lot of hand motion to make a measurement. And of course, the 817 comes in 1D and 2D functions. So if you're doing both circles and so forth, you can do that with the 817. Length products. We have some new length products that are pretty impressive. The first is of course, the classic linear 100. It's a very precise long-range ID and OD measuring system with 2 inches of direct measurement, but it has 4 inches of capacity, so you can put some pretty large parts in there. It has adjustable gauging force, so it allows us to do threads. The great place for this, again, is buy a grinding machine out on the shop floor that's doing a lot of different operations, and you need a very fast and accurate way to make some IDs and ODs. The linear 100 is just ideal for that. So put it at the point of manufacture, and you can get some high performance results. The new product that we're introducing through the promotion is our SM60, which is a precision OD length gauge. A little bit of a step down from the linear 100. It relies on the digital indicator or dial indicator, or whatever probe that you want to use for the display. It has 60 millimeters of capacity, or 2.35 inches of capacity, and it's ideal for, again, use at an OD grinding operation. Now, you think about that high-resolution digital indicator I mentioned a few minutes ago. You put our 1086 HR on it with a 10 millionth resolution. Now you've got a direct, long-range OD measuring system that, again, right on the shop floor, gives you new capabilities that you've never had before. And the SM60 uses the same types of contacts that we use on some of our length machines. So if you're measuring grooves, small diameters, and other special applications, we can convert the SM60 to do any one of those things. So this is a new product that's very exciting. It's something that you can bring in and put it right by the machine and get very good results. And finally, let's talk about our electronic products. The first one is our C1200 bench amplifier and LVD probe. It's probably been one of our most successful products since we've introduced the pocket surf about 30 years or so. And the whole idea between the C1200 was to really try and replace analog amplifiers. You know, analog meters are becoming hard to make, they're expensive, the response is not that fast, and we have tried to make digital displays that can act like a analog meter. Well, I think the C1200 breaks through that barrier, and it perfectly simulates the dial of an analog meter. with its backlit display, color changing. You can do tolerances through the display. It's really a full feature amplifier with lots of high performance, and it's priced where you can actually justify replacing some dial or digital indicators and stepping up your measuring process to very high resolution. So something to look at. It can really improve the operator's performance, and because it's so easy to look at and to use, operators really love it. And finally, we're introducing again Mahr cockpit software and modules. This is a new modular building block system where customers or we can put together simple or complex gauging solutions for lots of applications out there. And it's one of those buy only what you need types of thing, cafeteria style. So if you only need 2 heads or 4 heads, you buy the amplifier modules together. You combine it with the cockpit software with its full feature bench applications. We have modules for LVDTs or air gauging, I/O modules, and they're all connected to a PC running the software via USB cable. So lots of those older column applications or special boxes that were on the shop floor can now all be upgraded to Mahr cockpit software and the modules. If you have any application requirements about that, we're here to help you do that.
Okay, well, George, great. Thanks for running through those product-related slides, and we'll just wrap up now with a couple of concluding slides. First, I just wanted to explain a couple of things. First, Mahr Inc. is an essential business, so we're open and fully operating while we're complying with social distancing, and we have some people working remotely. Our factory is operating, our calibration lab is running, and we continue manufacturing and shipping product. So we're looking forward to hearing from you with any requirements you'd like to discuss in the virtual mode. We're always glad to hear from you. Obviously, I think most of you are familiar with our technical support staff. We're here to support you, provide pricing and delivery information, and help you on the phone with product questions that you have about product you've already purchased. We're here for you both before and after the sale, and looking forward to hearing your further inquiries to us. We're also very proud of our nationwide group of distribution partners. Some of them are former Mahr or federal employees from years ago, very knowledgeable individuals. We reach out to them and help them stay up to date and provide you the local support and that you expect from our company and from your closely situated distribution partners. Next slide. So we're here. We have the broad range of industrial products for metrology, basically everything outside the coordinate space. We have expertise in-house to help you with your applications, and we're looking forward to doing that. George already highlighted the wireless hand tool portfolio, which I think is extremely powerful, represents the best value on the market for those of you who are engaged in thinking about expanding or reconfiguring your data collection activities. We're looking forward to speaking with you about those things as well. Also, George made the point about the C1200 meter. Any of you who would like to see a virtual demo of the C1200 meter and get an idea of its performance, for those of you who remember the federal days, it's the best meter since the 230 series meter years ago, and looking forward to showing you that kind of performance, which I think your operators, those of you who may be operators or those of you who are in the level one notch up will appreciate the performance that can be gained from that particular meter. We have great promotion prices running now, and of course the quality you expect from Mahr. At the conclusion here, we will email you a link to the recording of this webinar in case you want to refer to it again. a PDF of the Mahrlights brochure, which is what the promotion has the promotion items in it and the prices for you. And a PDF of this presentation will also be sent forward to you. So to wrap up then, we're here for you and to support you. We're all experiencing to some level some social distancing, which maybe takes us away from the presser production and gives us the chance to think about some things that we might change or some improvements we might make in processes that are running. We're here to help you do that, and looking forward to hearing your further inquiries. Thanks again from both me and George and the rest of the team in our Providence, Rhode Island facility, and looking forward to hearing from you.